Bernard Tomic took to Instagram to announce the return of his tennis career in a rather interesting way. The former tennis champion, who is infamous for his antics off the court, posted the video to declare his comeback and motivate his fans. But why are some calling the montage more cringeworthy than motivational? Keep watching to find out. First, what happened to Bernard Tomic? At just 18 years of age, Australian native Bernard Tomic became the youngest ever tennis player since Boris Becker to qualify for the Wimbledon quarterfinals, launching the start of an illustrious tennis career. For a while, Bernard Tomic was at the top of the world, reaching number 17 internationally at the height of his success. But his reigning era was cut short when the champion seemingly lost focus in the sport and fell off the tracks. Like many top athletes who are suddenly thrust into the world spotlight at a young age, Tomic began getting distracted by the trappings of fame and publicity. By 2018, Tomic was telling reporters he was too busy counting his millions to worry about losing the Australian Open. He went on to have a publicly rocky relationship with a reality TV star, get arrested several times in Australia and Miami, and slowly he began to lose out on a lucrative sponsorships that stemmed from his former athletic prowess. Tomic, now 29 years old, apparently regrets his loss in focus and is eager to get back to work. But is he a little too eager? Here we explore why fans are saying Tomic's comeback video is cringy. The video posted to Tomic's personal Instagram account opens to a montage of clips of the former tennis champion training on and off court while he narrates a series of laughably serious motivational quotes over top of the images. The video is scored by an instrumental version of Fort Minor's Remember the Name. In the video, Tomic says, "Stoically, I've had a lot of hate in my life, but I can't give up." He goes on to say that he's fired up and ready to get back to the top. However, some may see this as a case where it might be more convincing if Tomic let his actions speak on their own. Knowingly, Tomic says in the video, "No one can stop me now but me." Unfortunately, Tomic seems to be his own worst enemy, so he will certainly face steep obstacles ahead of his path to success. What is Tomic thinking? The tennis star says he hopes to get to the top 10 within the next few years. He said his early success got to him, and with all the travel and nonstop competition, he was too exhausted to maintain the level he was playing at. However, this time around, he wants to give it all he's got. He's reportedly given himself a timeline of just 5 or 6 years to make it happen. In his 30s, Tomic will be up against the next round of young tennis stars who are fresh and eager to make their mark, so he'll have to do some dedicated training mentally and physically if he wants to stay on top of his game this time. His previous burnout resulted in him saying he was bored of the entire sport, and he even went so far as to make his statement that he purposely held his tennis racket backwards at one of his critical matches. We can only hope that Tomic is right in saying the comeback is always stronger than the setback. Next, we have Nick Kyrgios's reaction. Tomic has been outspoken in the press as of late regarding his view on Nick Kyrgios's tennis expertise, saying he is and always has been a better player than Kyrgios. The two have trained together for years and were seemingly very close friends throughout Tomic's fall from grace. Kyrgios said he doesn't know where Tomic's aggression is coming from, as he's always been supportive of him, and even his brother and family have helped Tomic throughout the years. Could Tomic be trying to simply spark up a friendly competition, or is he trying to tear Kyrgios down to make himself look better? Well, as of now, Tomic is not set to play on the competition circuit in Australia for 2022, being required to rank at the Australian Open in January in order to qualify. For his part, Kyrgios says he hasn't seen Tomic's name associated with any tournament so far for the Australian summer season, doesn't expect to meet up with him on or off the court. The tumultuous love lives of tennis stars. Another person who won't be eager to see Bernard Tomic this coming season is his ex-girlfriend Vanessa Sierra, former star of reality show Love Island Australia. Tomic infamously appeared with his then-girlfriend on her OnlyFans account, something he says is one of the biggest regrets of his life. However, it sounds like Tomic is a little bit bitter as the couple's relationship relationship did not end on an amicable note. Over the summer, Vanessa shared a video to social media of the hot-headed tennis champion smashing her laptop, telling her followers that her former boyfriend had caused over $16,000 worth of damage and ruined her livelihood, locking $500,000 in cryptocurrency and preventing her from working. This was supposedly all over an argument the pair had that Vanessa was upset with him for not checking on her when she was hospitalized. But Tomic isn't the only tennis star who has a rocky love life. Kyrgios has also had an up-and-down year as he recently went official with his new girlfriend, Kostine Hatzi, following an explosive breakup with his ex-girlfriend, Chiara Passari, who said he manipulated her and that she believes he love-bombed her for months before suddenly going cold. She eventually caught him in bed with a naked woman while the pair were on vacation, and the police had to intervene to de-escalate the hotel drama. Kyrgios seems unfazed by this, saying he's looking forward to the new year and for a chance for all of us to get it right. What else is happening in the world of tennis? French tennis player Benoit Paire has been voicing his frustration as he contracts COVID-19 for seemingly the 250th time ahead of the Australian Open. Paire, who is currently ranked at number 46 in the world, is now isolated in quarantine, trying to rest up before the January 22nd Australian Open. This must feel like deja vu to Paire, who missed the 2020 Australian Open after testing positive for COVID few days before he was set to play his first match. Paire was famously banned from playing for France in Tokyo after spitting on a mask on the court in Argentina during a fight with the umpire. Other players who will be out of the Australian Open due to coronavirus this year are Andrei Rublev, Rafael Nadal, while both Stan Wawrinka, Serena Williams, and Roger Federer will be missing due to other injuries. So with all the top names down for 2022, who will there be? Well, fans can still look forward to defending champion Naomi Osaka, who recently arrived in Melbourne from Japan. Osaka is in the midst of her return after a mental health break that saw her withdraw from the 2021 French Open. She cited years of depression she suffered as a result of being a prominent athlete, specifically stating that she found the media attention involved with her position to be psychologically harmful, a statement that caused a lot of controversy in an industry that expects media coverage to be gratefully received hand in hand with success in the sport. Later, other athletes and celebrities came out to support Osaka, saying the pressures that an athlete faces are tremendous, as they're not able to take a day off when they need to recover. The move scored Osaka a Netflix documentary titled Naomi Osaka, released with LeBron James production company. Naomi is excited to get back on the court with the Australian Open to defend her title, and we can only hope that she avoids the COVID plague that has hit so many of other favorites. Finally, Novak Djokovic may be out of the Australian Open as well after failing to get an approved medical exemption from taking the coronavirus vaccine. Djokovic has been mysterious about his decision to take the vaccination, likely wanting to avoid public scrutiny during the increasing numbers of the pandemic, but his vaccination status is technically unknown as it has not been officially announced. Athletes in all sports and at all levels have been facing strict requirements for dealing with COVID-19, including self-isolation, quarantine, frequent testing, and increasingly more vaccination requirements. Sources close to Djokovic report that he will miss out on the 2022 season rather than take the vaccine for personal reasons. Following several other players who went the same route, Djokovic's father has said that the requirement for tennis players to be double vaccinated amounts to blackmail. Pierre Hughes Herbert has gone the same direction, stating that taking the vaccine is not an option for him, and he will sacrifice his career by missing matches in the United States, Australia, and Austria if they continue the strict vaccine requirements that are currently in place. So there you have it. That's all the top stories in tennis today. What do you think the 2022 Australian Open will look like during these pandemic times? Let us know what you think in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching.